Then it was followed by the respondent's reply at 22:15 with the pervy eyes. How would you interpret that use of that emoji in this conversation?
Because the emoji stands alone, Chair, but so I had to look at the context of the conversation, the previous text messages, and the one that followed exactly afterwards. It is suggestive. The pervy eyes interpretation applies once again. It's questioning in response to the zipped lips.
Thank you. And then if we turn to page 1176, at 22:30, the conversation on this stage was about the arithmetical shortcomings of the complainant. There was some 50% minus 20% equals, and then the complainant answered by saying 100%. Then the respondent replied with a cross saying it's wrong and the laughing emoji and say you are wrong. I give up on your arithmetical shortcomings. And then there's a reply by the complainant to that response. Bear with me. And then there's the laughing emojis, and then there's 6 emojis with the blushing emojis with the mouth closed. How do you interpret that?
Again, Chair, within the context and that specific sequence, we see the complainant reverting to an automated response of laughing, making light of the conversation, and that's followed by the repetitive use and emphasis of the closed mouth emoji with the blushing cheeks, and that's pure embarrassment, Chair.
And then the respondent replied at 22:31 with the laughing emoji and the angelic emoji.
So, Chair, that is an established pattern that we've gone through. So the angelic behavior, as the complainant's response is that automated laughing emoji, you'd see that the respondent often then reverts to the angelic behavior. And the course of the conversation changes slightly in terms of the pervy eyes, and then suddenly it's angelic behavior.
Then at 1177, at 22:37, sorry, 22:35, there's again the emoji from the respondent with the monkey closing its eyes. It looks like they're talking about the funny video that was forwarded by the respondent earlier on in the conversation to the complainant, where she said, "What is his problem?" And then he replied with the monkey face emoji closing its eyes.
In this instance, Chair, based on the text chain and the previous messages, because the emoji stands alone without any text, it's shyness conveyed by the respondent.
We also don't know what that video was about, but it looks like it was a funny video if you look at the inscription below the video from the respondent saying it's funny.
Yes, hence the response of shyness.
Then at 1178, this was now on the 9th of June 2021. At 14 minutes past 10 in the morning, the respondent wrote messages to the complainant. It started at 5 in the morning, and then there was no response from the complainant, and he asked her, "You are quiet?" And then he said, "Maybe you woke up late," at 14 minutes past 10 with the laughing face emoji and the emoji with the tongue sticking out.
I'm trying to see where you are.
At 1178, my Chair, the first 3 messages on the page.
At the top.
At the top, yes. The third message is the one with the laughing face emoji and the tongue sticking out.
10:14.
10:14. And the translation we had was that maybe you woke up late. So the text is maybe you woke up late, followed by the laughing emoji and the tongue sticking out.
In that instance, Chair, the emojis can be interpreted as reinforcement because it's a joke. Maybe you woke up late, it's playful again, and it's joking. And that's clearly depicted by the hysterical laughing emoji and the tongue out emoji with the one eye closed and the one eye open, Chair.
Then a little bit down on that page, then on 10 June 2021, the respondent replied again to a status from the complainant that she uploaded on WhatsApp. That was a picture of herself. When she testified, she said it was a picture of herself where they didn't have to wear court attire that day. So that's why she said uniform-free day. And the respondent replied with is that the high five emoji?
That's the high five emoji. So that is the high five emoji, Chair, that I referred to earlier, and not the praying hands as we are using it in the South African context. And followed by the text. In this instance, it would mean, wow, great.
And this is in reply to a picture that she uploaded.
That is correct.
Then if we turn to page 1180, 1180, the conversation here was about the complainant and her judge working hard. So here the complainant replied to a message from the respondent that said that everyone knows that they are working hard, and she replied with a hug emoji and the fingers crossed emoji. How would you interpret that?
This is the first instance, Chair, where the hug emoji is being introduced, and the complainant is the one who has introduced it into the conversation. In this instance, with a sequence of the crossed fingers, the hug emoji together reads and conveys warmness, agreement and warmness.
Agreement and warmness.
That is correct.
So she's agreeing with the message that the respondent sent to her.
That is correct, Chair.
And this was work-related.
That is how I understand it based on the text.
Then on the next page, 118.
Sorry, and the second one?
Say again. It was work-related. The
one with the fingers.
The one with the fingers? What does...
It's interpreted together with the hug emoji here, Chair, to convey warmness and agreement.
Thank you.
Then at 1181, now the complainant wrote a message to say that they should be preserved by using salt, like they use salt on skin of animals to preserve it. So that was the conversation about, they were still talking about them working hard, she and her judge. Then the respondent replied at 2033 with "to preserve you" with a laughing face emoji.
In that instance, Chair, it appears to be a contradiction, but the contradiction may be intentional, it may be unintentional. So looking within the context of the text chain and what was being communicated and sent on previous days and on this specific day, it was seen to be and interpreted as intentional on the part of the respondent. So it was contradictory, but it was an intentional contradiction, Chair.